Hello everyone, welcome back to our Python programming course. In the previous lecture, we learned conditional statements like if else, elif, and nested if. Today, we are going to learn one of the most important topics in Python called loops. Imagine you want to print hello 100 times. If you use 100 print statements, the program becomes very lengthy. Instead, we can use loops to repeat the same task automatically. A loop executes a block of code repeatedly. Python provides two types of loops, for loop, while loop. In this lecture, we will first learn the for loop. First of all, what is a for loop? A for loop is used when we know how many times a task should be repeated. Most of the time, we use the range function with the for loop. Let us understand it with programs. For I in range, I'm writing 1 comma 6. Print I. I am running this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here range 1 comma 6 generates the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. During each iteration, the value is stored in the variable I. Python prints the value of I in every iteration. Let us move to another program for I in range 1 comma 11. Print I. Let's run this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This program prints numbers from 1 to 10. The only difference is that the ending value is in range is 11 because the last value is not included. Let us move to another program. Another program. Name is equal to input of enter your name for I in range of 5. Print name. Now run this. First, we take the user's name. Then the loop run 5 times. During each iteration, the entered name is printed. Let's see this. Like I'm writing Kranthi. See, it prints 5 times. Then the loop runs 5 times. During each iteration, the entered name is printed. Let us remove this and go to another program for I in range 2 comma 21 comma 2. Print I. Let's run this. It printed some numbers. Here we are using three values inside range. The first value is the starting number. The second value is the ending limit. The third value is the step value. Since the step value is 2, Python skips one number every time and prints only even number. Even numbers. Now let us go to another one. For I in range 1 comma 20 comma 2, print I. Now run this. This time the loop starts from 1 and increases by 2 in every iteration. Therefore, only odd numbers are printed. Before moving further, let us understand the range functions properly. There are three ways to use it. For example, for I in range, print I. Now run this, showing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. When we write only one value inside range, Python automatically starts from 0. Now go to example 2. For I in range 3 comma 8, print I. Now run this. So is printed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here the loop starts from 3 and stops before 8. Let's go to example 3. For I in range 2 comma 11 comma 2, print I. Now run this one. It printed 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Here the third value is the step value. Since it is 2, the loop increases by 2 after every iteration. Let's go to another program. For I in range 10 comma 0 comma -1, print I. Now run this. Here the step value is -1. Therefore the loop moves backwards. It starts from 10 and ends at 1. Let's see another one. For I in range 1 comma 11, print I into I. Instead of printing the number directly, we multiply the number by itself. This gives the square of every number from 1 to 10. In this section, we learned the basics of the for loop and the range function. We also understood different ways to use range and solved several simple programs. In the next section, we will solve more practical programs using the for loop, such as multiplication tables, sum of numbers, factorial, and many more. Welcome back, everyone. In the previous section, we learned the basics of the for loop and understood how the range function works. Now, let us solve some practical programs using the for loop. These programs will help you understand how loops are used in real world programming. Number equal to int of input of enter a number for I in range 1 comma 11, print number comma x comma I equal to number into I. Now run this. Now I am entering 3. It gives all the table. Here first we take a number from the user. The loop runs from 1 to 10. During each iteration, Python multiples the entered number with the current value of I and prints the multiplication table. Now try with another number like 5. See all 5 table. And now I am entering 7. All 7 table. Now I am entering 10. All 10 table. Now move to another program. N equal to int of input enter a number. Sum is equal to 0 for I in range 1 comma n plus 1. Sum equal to sum plus I. Print sum equal to comma sum. Enter a number. I am entering 3. Sum was 6. We first initialize the variable sum with 0. Then the loop starts from 1 and continues now, until the entered value. During every iteration, The current value is added to the sum variable. Finally, Python prints the total sum. Let's check with another number. I am entering 5. Sum was 15. Let's move to another one. N equal to int of input enter a number. Product equal to 1 for I in range 1 comma n plus 1. Product equal to product into I. Int of product. Now enter a number. I'm entering 2. It's showing 2. Instead of adding the numbers, this program multiples them. That is why the product variable starts with 1 instead of 0. Like I'm entering 1. It's showing 1. Let's move to another program. Number equal to int of input enter a number. Fact equal to 1 for I in range 1 comma number plus 1. Fact equal fact into I print factorial equal to fact. Now run this, enter a number 5. Factorial is 120. The factorial of a number is the product of all positive integers from 1 up to that number. The factorial of 5 is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is 120. Let's try with another number like 2. It is 2. Then try with 10. 10 factorial is this one. Now move to another program. For I in range 1 comma 11. Print I comma equal to I into I. Here the loop prints each number along with its square. Now write another one. For I in range 1 comma 11, print I equal to I into I into I. Now run this. See, this program is similar to the previous one. The only difference is that we multiply the number 3 times to get the cube. Now move to another program for ch in Python. Print ch. Now run this Python. A for loop can also iterate through characters in a string. During every iteration, one character is stored in the variable ch and printed. Now move to another program for I in range 5 comma 51 comma 5. Print I. Here the loop starts from 5 and increases by 5 in every iteration. Therefore, only multiples of 5 are printed. Now let's move to another one. Number equal to int of input, enter a number. For I in range 10 comma 0 comma minus 1. Print number comma x comma I comma equal to comma number into I. Run this, enter a number. I'm entering 2. This program prints the multiplication table in reverse order. Notice that the loop starts from 10 and moves backwards using the step value minus 1. Let's go for another last program. For I In range 10 comma 0 comma -1, print I, print happy coding. This is a simple countdown program. After the loop finishes, Python executes the next statement and prints happy coding. Great. In this section, we solved several practical programs using the for loop. We learned how to calculate sums, products, factorials, multiplication tables, and how to work with strings using a loop. In the next section, we will learn the while loop, which is another important looping statement in Python. Welcome back, everyone. In the previous sections, we learned the for loop and solved several practical programs. Now, let us learn another important loop called the while loop. The while loop is different from the for loop. We generally use a for loop when we know how many times the loop should execute. But when we do not know the exact number of iterations, we use a while loop. The while loop continues executing as long as the given condition is true. Once the condition becomes false, the loop stops automatically. Let us understand this with some practical programs. I equal to 1 while I less than or equal to 5. Print I equal to I plus 1. Now run this, showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we first create a variable called I and assign the value 1. The loop checks whether I is less than or equal to 5. If the condition is true, Python prints the value. Then we increase I by 1. This process continues until I becomes 6. At that time, the condition becomes false and the loop stops. Now, let's move to another program. I equal to 2 while I less than or equal to 20. Print I equal to I plus 2. It is. Since we increase the value by 2 in every iteration, only even numbers are printed. For printing odd numbers, let's do another program. I equal to 1 while I less than or equal to 19. print I. I equal to I plus 2. Now run this. Here the loop starts from 1 and increases by 2. Therefore, only odd numbers are displayed. Now write the program for reverse counting. I equal to 20, 10, while I greater than or equal to 1. Print I. I equal to I minus 1. Here the loop starts from 10. After every iteration, we decrease the value by 1. Therefore, the numbers are printed in reverse order. Now, let's write the program for multiplication table. Number equal to int of input of enter a number. I equal to 1, while I less than or equal to 10. Print number comma x I comma equal to comma number into I. I equal to I plus 1. Now run this. Enter a number. I'm entering 2. Showing 2 table. This program works exactly like the for loop version. The only difference is that we manually control the value of I. Now let's write the program for sum of first n numbers. N equal to int of input enter a number. I equal to 1. Sum equal to 0. While I less than or equal to n. Sum equal to sum plus I. I equal to I plus 1. Print sum equal to comma sum. Now I'm entering to sum was 3. We initialize sum with 0. During every iteration, the current value is added to sum. Finally, Python displays the total. Now write the program for uh, factorial of a number. Number equal to int of input of enter a number. Fact equal to 1, I equal to 1, while I less than or equal to number. Factorial equal to factorial into I, I equal to I, sorry, I plus 1, print factorial equal to fact. Enter a number, I am entering to factorial 2. The logic is similar to the factorial program using a for loop. Here we control the loop using the variable I. Let us do another final program. Remove this. While true, print hello. This loop never stops because the condition is always true. Such loops are called infinite loops. In real applications, we use them carefully and usually stop them using a break statement. While testing this program, press press C to stop its execution. Just Control press C. Difference between for and while. Before ending this section, let us understand the difference between these two loops. We generally use a for loop when the number of iterations is already known. We use a while loop when the number of iterations depends on a condition and is not known in advance. Both loops are very important and are used in different situations. In this section, we learned the while loop and solved several practical programs. We also understood the concept of an infinite loop and the difference between for and while loops. In the next section, we will let break, continue, and pass statements, which help us control the execution of loops. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. In the previous section, we learned the while loop and solved different practical programs. Now let us learn three important loop control statements in Python. They are break, continue, pass. These statements helps us control the execution of loops. After that, we will also learn the basics of nested loops and solve a few simple pattern programs. Now let us start with break statement for I in range 1 comma 11. If I double equal to 6, break. Print I. Now run this, showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The break statement immediately stops the loop. Here, when the value of I becomes 6, Python exits the loop. Therefore, only the numbers 1 to 5 are printed. Now, let's write the program break with while loop. I equal to 1 while, sorry, true. Print I. If I double equal to 5, break I equal to I plus 1. Now run this one, showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we created an infinite loop using while true. But when the value becomes 5, the break statement stops the loop. Now write the program using continue statement. For I in range 1 comma 11, if I double equal to 5, continue. Print I. Now run this code. It printed from 1 to 10. The continue statement skips the current iteration. When I becomes 5, Python skips only that iteration. The loop continues normally with the next value. Now write the program to print only odd numbers. For I in range 1 comma 11, if I percentage to double equal to 0, continue. Print I. Now run this. It printed 13579. Here, whenever Python finds an even number, it skips it. Therefore, only odd numbers are printed. Now write the program using pass statement. For I in range 1 comma 6. If I double equal to 3, pass. Print I. Now run this one. It printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The pass statement does nothing. It is simply a placeholder. We use it when we want to write code later. Let us see another code. Number, mm, number equal to 10 if number greater than 5. Pass. Print program executed successfully. Now run this. Program executed successfully. Normally, an empty if block gives an error. Using pass allows Python to execute the program without any problem. Now, let us learn the basic idea of nested loops. A nested loop means writing one loop inside another loop. The outer loop executes first. For every iteration of the outer loop, the inner loop executes completely. Nested loops are mainly used for printing patterns, working with tables, and processing two-dimensional data. Now let us write to print rectangle pattern. For I in range 4, for j in range 5, print star comma and equal to print this one. Just execute this. The outer loop controls the rows. The inner loop controls the columns. Therefore, Python prints four rows and 5 stars in each row. Now let us write the program for number pattern. A number pattern for I in range 3 for j in range 1 comma 4. Print j comma n. Print. Now run this 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Here the inner loop prints the numbers 1 2 3. The outer loop repeats the process 3 times. Now let us write the program for increasing star pattern. For I in range 1 comma 6. For j in range I, print star comma n, print. Now run this one. Here the number of stars depends on the current row number. As the row number increases, the number of stars also increases. In this lecture, we learned for loop, range function, while loop, break statement, continue statement, pass statement, introduction to nested loops. We also solved many practical programs and understood how loops help us avoid writing repetitive code. I encourage you to practice all these programs by changing the input values and observing the output. In the next lecture, we will continue with advanced pattern programs using nested loops, where we will create triangles, pyramids, inverted patterns, and many more. Thank you everyone for watching. See you in the next lecture. Happy coding!